Hello friends, and welcome back to Josh's Life with Plushies. Today is Sunday, May 19th, 2024, and I have with me here today Orangebird. Orangebird is back for a visit. I picked him up, brought him close for a little hug, and realized that I smelled something on him. I thought, well, maybe it's just I'm smelling from when I had him out on vacation down in Florida. Sunscreen or something like that, because I was like, well, it's kind of sort of citrusy, but not quite, kind of floral. And so I asked my wife to smell it for me, and then she smelt it and said she smelled something too, and then looked at the tag to see if it was scented, and it is indeed scented. There are little beads in his bottom here that are scented beads. So he smells a little bit floral, a little bit citrusy, and it's a little bit of a surprise. I did not realize. Anyways, he's part of the Big Feet collection, and give you a little look at him close up here. Side profile, front profile. There's his mouth. His little wings. His little feet. His bottom. And his two-leaf tail. And so, and I didn't even realize it, but kind of matching with the shirts unintentionally. So I'm going to be outside working. UV is I think they said a moderate at a 4, possibly a 5 UV. So that's definitely burning within 30 minutes. My light skin, very sensitive skin, I have to be very careful with that. So covered up in my long sleeve, breathable shirt, PFG Columbia in a tall, and have my hat on, so that I can keep the sun off my head and ears as much as possible, and try and wear a little bit less sunscreen on some parts of my skin. So I know long term that's not great for me. But yeah, we're going to be outside doing the yard work, finally finishing up moving the sand into the pool area, trying to level that out, and then hopefully either later tonight or tomorrow running the compactor to pack that down, get it ready for pool setup, hopefully next week. So I don't know how much of that I'll be able to show you, but we'll try and take some clips here and there to show you the progress, how that's going along, and show you how today is going on. So come along. All right, we just mowed the lawn. Stacy is out mowing the rest of it there, and we're getting started here on putting the sand into the box. So I'll give you a little peek at that here right away. So there's the sand mountain. We're going to be moving all of that into the box there where the pool is. I'm going to try out a few different things, see how that goes. Might have to build a little ramp with for the wheelbarrow there, because there's a big drop off right here at the gate before going in there. I know it's not really super obvious here, but if I go this way, you might be able to tell better. I got a little angle there. Yeah, I'll give you a little better idea. So it's a bit of a drop off there for the wheelbarrow, but we'll see how that goes. And then put it into there. All right, we're just taking a little bit of a pause. We're about a half hour into moving all of that sand. I'll show you a little bit of an update here. It's a nice day out. At least it's a bit of a cooler breeze. So that's not too bad. And yeah, maybe I'll stop spinning so fast. Yeah, man, it smells so good. Every time I smell them, I just get this vibe of like being back in Orlando. I don't know what it is. They must pump. I don't know if it's at Disney. They're pumping a smell very similar to what they put in here, or if it's just the flowers and oranges and stuff that grow around that area. But I'm loving it. It's making me feel good. So, update time. Let's see. Okay. So, doesn't look like much considering how much space I'm going to have to go through. But I've got a general sense of having leveled some of the sand here. So you can see from my shadow roughly about how much space that's actually carrying. So I'm like, I don't know, 3 feet wide, roughly. So yeah, coming along. There's quite a bit to do yet, but slowly and surely we will get there. A little pile I left in the middle just to remind me that that's one of my lowest spots. I looked back at some of the pictures I took while the flooding was there and the water was there, try and get an idea of where the low spots are or where the water was pooling the most, so that I could know to put it a little bit thicker there to start off. So not too bad. I ended up just going through the garage instead, because I've got the wheelbarrow fits through there, so it's got 2 little steps down, which is much better than this one big one, or having to try and construct something or build something temporarily to put there. So that's been working out to my advantage. There's the pile. You can see I'm about, I don't know, I want to say maybe like 1/8 or 1/10 of the way through the pile, roughly, give or take. Yeah, about like maybe 1/8 or 1/6, something like that. So hopefully we have enough to do everything that we need. Worst case, we run out, just borrow my mom's truck and go and pick up another yard, lay out on the sand there in the pool. But not too bad. Not too bad so far. There's the rusty old wheelbarrow. Most of my stuff is hand-me-downs from either my dad, my father-in-law, something my brother no longer uses because he upgraded. Other people upgraded. They give me all their stuff and I just use it. Why not, right? Gets the job done. Gives me access. Saves me money. So there you have it. There's the update. All right, about another half hour-ish of progress so far. Gonna take a little pause, have some bean burgers, and get some protein in me, some more protein. I ate just a whole can of tuna earlier, just by itself, drained all the liquid out, just had tuna on me. 32 grams of protein for the whole can, so not bad. And considering I'm supposed to have, let's see, I want to say I'm supposed to have about 150 grams of protein per day. It's a good quick way to get some in there. So show you a little progress here, head in, have some burgers, come back out, do some more. All right, so here you have it. Sun is starting to head down, creating some shadow on the line there, but I haven't smoothed those out, but I laid out all the sand ready to smooth it out there. And still that little pile in the middle there. Ground's still a little soft. And then some more here. Still need to level that out a little bit. And then here we are on the pile of sand over on this side here. I want to say we're pretty close to half. I want to say maybe 1/3 of the way through all of the sand. So we're getting there. We're moving it. It's going. All right, time for some burgers. Oh, and I forgot, we put all the cushions out here. And we filled our little patio weights for the umbrella. So we got all those out there. It's gonna be nice and cozy for later. Gonna enjoy some rest on that maybe tonight. All right, burger time. All right, toast are gonna be going in for the buns. We got that Silver Hills Sprouted Power Little Big Bread, sprouted whole grain. So this one, whatever grains they use, it doesn't affect my intolerance of mixing fruit and grain, which apparently if I eat fruit and grain within 4 hours of each other, I get severely bloated and also just don't feel great. Same with if I just eat potato. Those are my intolerances. But this bread doesn't do that for me. So thankfully, got some frozen bread. Stock up at Costco, good price. So that's gonna be my bun for my bean burgers. Let's put some toast in there. Bread in there for toast. Let's make some toast. So for my bean burgers, all I like to put on them is some mustard and avocado. But in the avocado, I squish it up, like I mash it up, and I add the everything bagel seasoning. So let me just go ahead and grab that out. Everything bagel seasoning. And there you have it. Ingredients, pretty clean, except for the sunflower oil at the end there is not great, but not bad for someone prepackaging something. There you have it. So I'm gonna mash that up, get that ready for my burgers. Bread is in there toasting. And also, I'm not sure if anybody else knew this, but I only recently learned this. Those dials, well, I mean, our numbers are kind of faded on there, but you can kind of sort of see some of them. The numbers literally stand for the amount of minutes that it stays down for. So it's like essentially like an egg timer. Didn't know that. But, oh well, we all learned some stuff. Time to mash up the avocado and get our bean burger ready. Okay, and here we have the avocado all mixed up, spread out onto the toast. Try and get that to focus there. We got the mustard on there. We got our patties. They're a little crumbly because the recipe calls for egg, but Stacy can't have eggs, so we just make the recipe without it, and we use arrowroot powder instead as the egg replacement. So, time to eat. Let's eat. This little guy here, Socks, his name is. You've seen in some of his previous videos. He decided he would have a tough day on Saturday. And, oh, now he wants to go explore. And he stopped eating. So we had to take him to the vet. We were suspicious maybe it was his teeth because he's had a lot of teeth problems. And, it wasn't his teeth. Apparently his tummy, right by his ribs, was sensitive when the vet was feeling around there. So she was suspicious that it might be pancreatitis or a mild version of pancreatitis. And so we got him on some pain meds, got him on some anti-nausea, and we're just making sure that he's eating his normal portions, trying to get him to eat those high calorie can of food that they gave us here. So this right here. The Royal Canin Recovery Convalescence. But he's kind of done with it. He ate the first can, but the last few he's just not into. He's back into his other food instead. So at least he's into some food. And he's enjoyed the tuna. We gave him a little bit of tuna. That's high calorie, and that was good. Entice him. Apparently, the stinkier the food, the more interested they are in it. So we gave him some stinky stuff. But he's doing better now. We're going to have to try and cut the pain meds down just a little bit because it seems like it might be making him just a little too groggy. Maybe a little too lethargic. We've got the windows open, nice cool breeze blowing in. And he seems to be doing better. He's eating good portions. And when the pain meds wear off, he seems to be fairly normal for the most part. So, feeling positive about the progress so far. We'll keep an eye on him. So that's why there was no video yesterday. It was just too crazy. Didn't sleep all night because he wasn't eating. We're keeping an eye on him. He had puked. So there was a lot of anxiety about him not doing well, not eating. And when he went into the vet Saturday morning, that's when we got a little bit more of an answer on what was going on. So yeah, that's the update. But lunch is done. It was delicious. It is time to head back out there. Might get myself a nice little fun treat or a fun can of pop or something like that. I'm not sure if you've heard the brand Blue Monkey, but they're basically carbonated fruit juices, and they are amazing. So I'm gonna go grab one of those, enjoy one of those outside, do some more work. I'll show you what the can looks like here, what I mean, which one, when I pick which flavor I want here. All right, so I ended up picking this Blue Monkey the passion fruit juice mix. You can see kind of along this edge here, that's where it says passion fruit. And then if you read French, because we're here in Canada, we got French on everything. Jus de fruits de la passion pétillante. So sparkling. Pétillante is sparkling. This is pétillante is sparkling. And jus is juice. Anyways, compared to the Zevias, because we do have Zevias as well sometimes, so this is made with stevia leaf extract for the sugars. So it's a little bit easier on your body, a little less processed than other sugars, and definitely it doesn't spike your levels as much. But anyways, these Zevias, they're pretty sparkling. They're pretty carbonated. So in comparison, the Blue Monkey is a lot less carbonated. So it's more subtle, like if you've had those Martinelli juices that are supposed to symbolize, like, or they're supposed to mimic having champagne, like you have those at New Year's and whatever. They're basically the fruit juice, bubbly fruit juice that's in like a wine bottle kind of thing. It's very similar to those as far as like the carbonation goes. So much easier on the carbonation, which is also easier on your body. And at the end of the day, we just really enjoy it. So sometimes you just got to enjoy some stuff. And so here we go. Be cracking that open. So you can even hear just from cracking it open, it's not as bubbly. You can see like the bubbles aren't shooting out like what you would get in a pop. But yeah, gonna go enjoy that now. Oh, I'm starting to get really sore. Back is exhausted. Oh, smelling that plushie again. It smells so good. I wish it smelled like Florida. Except for this. Well, we love Florida. Stacy and I, we love Florida. But here's the progress on the sand pile. Can't see it behind me there. I'll turn it around to show you in a minute. Don't want to get you all dizzy spinning around. But here's some more progress. I want to say we're pretty close to 5 o'clock. 4:30, 4:45, somewhere in there. Anyways, I think we might be stopping for supper soon. But slow progress, but it's progress. So here you go. It's probably hard to tell, but it definitely used to cover the whole tarp. So it might be easier to see as the video is progressing. You're seeing all these little clips. I'm not. I've got it mostly all onto the tarp now. I picked away at all the sand so that all the sand that was left is the sand that's on the tarp. And my wheelbarrow, I don't know if you can see, right about there, there's those little metal pieces. The wood is so old it snapped. Not fully through, but definitely snapped, so I had to go ahead and add a little patch on there so that it could hold, so we could keep doing the rest of the work here. I've leveled out some of those little piles that we had on the sand. So we've got a good majority of it covered. I want to say close to 3/4 of the space is covered. I've not properly leveled it, but I am covering it all in a reasonable amount of sand. So once it's all covered, then we'll go by, figure out some kind of process to see what's level and what's not level, what's low, what's high, and then fill in those spots. But that might not be today. That might have to be a project for tomorrow. So we'll see how everything goes. But yeah, it's coming along. Feeling good about it. Orangebird's feeling good about it. Smelling good about it too. All right, catch you in a bit. All right, it is just after 5:30, 5:32. We are calling it a night now. Not sure if you can see it very clearly behind me, but the clouds are starting to gray. Radar is saying we're supposed to get some rain around 6:30. My back is sore. I've put in a good hard day's work. I'm happy with what I've done. Proud of what I've accomplished. And I will show you how much we got done, what we got to. We're so close to finishing, I understand that, but I'm hungry. It's supper time. And we still have tomorrow that we can work on it anyway. So let's give you a little peek at where things are at, and then head in for supper. So we already put the tarp on over the sand there. Pretty hard to see how much is left, but there is a decent amount left. So it's looking like we're gonna have enough to do what we need to do. Might be cutting it a little close, depending on what needs to be leveled or how much needs to be leveled. But we might be okay. We might be good. And here's what we've got done. Just that tiny little section right there. That should already be, as far as I remember, that's actually the highest spot in the yard. So we might not need very much to level in that area, but hard to tell. In the video, you might be able to see a couple of spots that are a little bit lower than others and kind of, it's a little bumpy. But I didn't go out with a level of any sort to level it out. Just used my feet, spread it out, use the shovel to spread it out where I could, and try and get a general sense of level, or of at least a thickness of the sand to cover the grass and all that kind of stuff. So it's coming along. Patio set is covered over there, and we're going to be heading in for supper now. Orangebird and I will catch up with you in a bit. All right, it is supper time here. We got that medium cheese, or in French, you can see there, it says mi-far. The other side that has the English is gone and cut off already and used. We got that paste chunky salsa, no sugar in it. Nice clean ingredients. 14% sour cream. No name brand. Orangebird supervising. And we got the lettuce, and the beef is warming up in the oven there. Oh, and I forgot the chips. Gonna be putting some chips, some tortilla chips in there as well, crunching those up. Small rounds, no name brand, or President's Choice brand, generic chips. All right, supper time. All right, it is about 20 after 7. Still no rain. Not sure if it's gonna come or when it's gonna come, but you can see the clouds. They're kind of that darker cloud there. Supper was good. I definitely overate. Had way too much to eat. What's new there? Unfortunately, when it comes to those taco salad suppers, I have a really tough time with that. But I was feeling a little bit dehydrated, so went and got some groceries and picked up a Roar strawberry lemonade. Pretty good, actually. So got my electrolytes back up, and we'll be in for the rest of the night now. So this might be one of the last clips, but we'll see. All right, friends, that is a wrap for today. We didn't do much after supper. After supper, we just went to get a can of tuna for our cat Socks, and picked up a can of salmon for me to try out. See if canned salmon would be okay. Price was a little bit up there. I think it was $3.49 for just a single can, and that was the cheap one. The other ones were all in the range of like $4.99 to $5.49, so it's a little bit of a pricier item to get in a canned form. But anyways, that was about all that we did. Came back home, ate a little bit of my favorite ice cream, cashew-based ice cream, salted cashew and caramel, I believe it was. And I think the brand is So Good. But anyways, I'll be having it again, so maybe next time I'll show the brand and the ice cream itself. But really good. And after that, had a shower, relaxed a little bit again, and now we're getting ready for bed. So thank you for coming along today, joining us. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. And until tomorrow, Stay plushy, friends.